What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. So, we're waiting on Multiversus to give us some new content, right? Well, I took the liberty of trying to create, yes, emphasis on try, but I tried to create my own ideas, my own stage concept. So I came up with 4 ideas for stages, and I tried to put it in a way that you can at least visualize how I would visualize the stage kind of working out. So we got 4 ideas. Let's start with the first one. The Ice Kingdom. This one, come on. It's kind of, yeah, sure, it's kind of already part of the tree fort on the left-hand side of that stage. But what if we got the Ice Kingdom itself as a stage? Just get the Ice Kingdom mountain in the background. You got the clouds swirling all around it and stuff. But the idea for the stage could be a fun one and a different take on kind of what we have. So you see a cloud. All the platforms here, all 3 of them are clouds. And that's where the fun could be had. So if you notice, I have the cloud at the bottom as the main platform, but I don't have it extending all the way to the bottom of the stage. So it doesn't extend to the bottom blast zone. So if you find yourself getting knocked off stage, you can actually circle around and under and jump through it. So the bottom of this cloud platform acts like any other smaller platform. You can jump up through it and then land on top of it safe and sound. But unlike the smaller platforms, one to the left and one to the right, you cannot fall through this one to get below it. So it just makes for a fun little way, I guess a different way to kind of get back on stage, if you will, or kind of different way to somewhat trick your opponent on what you're trying to do. So it just gives you, I guess, more option to kind of survive. And I don't know, just Ice Kingdom stage in general would be so fun, so cool. And then, I don't know, heck, give us Ice King as a playable character too. Sure, I'll sign up for that. But either way, I don't know, Ice Kingdom, pretty simple stage, couple clouds for some platforms, and there you go. Stage number 2 idea that I have here is based on the location from Rick and Morty called Blips and Chits. Now, this idea actually didn't turn out how I ever envisioned I would create this, but I still came up with this, so hopefully it's doable. So, Blips and Chits, if you don't know, is we'll say it's basically like a giant arcade, right? So it's very flashy, very colorful, very vibrant kind of stage, and I think that would be really cool in the background. You could even have Roy the game in the background, and you could have like a line of people waiting to play it or something like that. That would be pretty fun. But the stage itself is very simple. It's basically one giant platform at the bottom. You cannot go beneath that, so you have to be either KO'd on the sides of the stage or above the stage. But the main bottom platform is made of, you can't see it, but it's made of arcade machines. Now, if we really want to have fun, what if those arcade machines, after taking certain amount of hits, the arcade machines would break? So it's essentially each arcade machine is its own very small block or small platform. They will regenerate and come back over time. I guess that's what regenerate means, but they would regenerate over time. But either way, it's like it's a fun little way to kind of mess with your opponent, right? If you want to KO them at the bottom, kind of break a few of them platforms and try to get your opponent down there, go golfing, try to hit a hole in one, if you will. But on the side of the stage, you'll notice that there's what we'll call some slopes, both sides, 45-degree angles. So if you run up it too far on either side, you will end up reaching the blast zone on both sides of the stage and you'll get KO'd. But you can have some fun interactions with knocking your opponent into the slope, and then once they bounce back, they could bounce kind of back towards the middle of the stage. So if you're quick enough, you can hit them with an up air to KO them above the stage. So it could have some fun interactions on how they bounce based on the angle of the slope. Just saying. And then, of course, I didn't mention it, but there is one main floating, or it's not main, but one smaller floating platform right in the middle of the stage. So it's another idea. So I don't know. Player first games, you want to make this? I'm sure you could do a lot better than I could. Stage idea number 3. Now, whether we get a Teen Titans rep or not, cough, where's Raven? Cough. But whether we get a Teen Titans rep or not, I still think we need to have the Teen Titans Tower as a stage idea. So for my thought process, again, simple, because that's kind of what Multiversus stage are. For the most part, I would say most of them are a simple idea, which is it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Plus, they are geared more towards esports and tournaments and stuff like that, so I guess they could help with that. But the idea, here's the stage. Teen Titans Tower, the main platform at the bottom is the top of the building for Teen Titans for the tower. That would be kind of a cool idea. And I don't know if maybe you see people throughout the windows or something. I don't know. But just fighting on top of the tower itself would be a pretty cool idea. And then you could get the city in the background. You could have the nighttime kind of going on. So it's kind of more of a darker tone kind of stage. I know they kind of updated the Tree Fort and the Scooby Mansion with no roof as more of a darker toned kind of stages, so maybe you get the nighttime or daytime, whatever it is for the background. But Teen Titans Tower, and then of course you see on both sides of the stage I have a raised floating platform on both sides to just help with symmetry, I suppose, but one on the left, one on the right, so plus they could be spawn points, and then just one big platform down at the bottom, you're just fighting on it. So either way, it's too iconic of a place to not have or not be repped in Multiverses, in my opinion. And the last idea for stage, let's go with a character that is already and has been a part of the base roster for Multiverses, but doesn't have his own stage. And that character would be Superman. Now, he's got many ideas. I tried toying around with an idea for, like, the Daily Planet or something, but ultimately I settled on going with the Fortress of Solitude. Come on, this Ice Castle Palace. I now realize that I had Ice Kingdom earlier, and then we're ending off with the fort. Either way, this would be a fun idea. So here's the stage idea. Main platform down at the bottom, extends all the way to the bottom blast zone. But then you have four mini floating platforms, 2 on the right and 2 on the left. They essentially kind of create like a V formation, if you will. So plus everybody could either spawn on the floating platforms. You could have 2 spawn on the upper platforms, then 2 spawn on the lower main platform. But whatever it is, this could be more of maybe this is a slightly bigger stage because of the additional platforms. But I think Multiverses could really have some fun with expanded size. So for the most part, Multiverses stages are kind of the same size. For the most part, I would like to see them experiment and make some slightly bigger stages than what they have in the game. Again, not every stage needs to be catered towards the esports or tournament scene. We can have some fun stages, so maybe this one could kind of cater to tournaments because it's still symmetrical. It's still kind of like the stage itself won't mess you over in the end. Like, you're not going to get a KO and then the stage is going to come along and go, ha, psych, here's a wall that just protected your opponent from getting KO'd. Now you have to work twice as hard. Oh, now you just lost because of that. So the stage itself won't come back to bite you, but at least it's designed in a fun sort of easy way, I guess. But either way, the Fortress of Solitude should still just have Superman. How does he not have a stage yet? But I don't know. Those are just a few ideas that I had, so I don't know. Again, I'm not the best artist by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, either way, please let me know. Do you think these are they good? Are they okay? Were they easy to follow at least? Please tell me that. I tried to make them. I tried to go simple just for that because, again, I'm not super artistic and I don't know how to use Photoshop. But yeah, it is what it is. There's 4 stage ideas. Maybe you like them, maybe you didn't. Maybe player first game sees this and goes, oh my god, that was terrible. But whatever happens, it's fine. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.